So I've been thinking over the last few weeks, I got my hands on the digital of Aurora's Line6 clone called Liver, which is really cool. It was meant to be an April Fool's joke, but it punched well above its pay rate. Well, it was free, so it definitely did. But I thought it was really rad. And then I thought, well, it inspired me kind of bring out my one that it was based on, the Pod 2.0. And what I also thought was, let's bring out another clone, since it's clones on clones on clones, my Demonfx Precision Drive. Let's see if I can bring that in. Yeah, and just see how they react together. Now, this isn't probably something you would want to put together, go, I wonder if I can, you know, snatch these up and then see how they can go, because this is going to be rad. No, but I also thought, if someone was to bring this into the studio, could I actually make it sound recordable? So that's going to be my challenge today in this video, to put these two pieces of equipment, one that's nearly 20 years old, I think it is 20 years old actually, and a really cheap clone from China that I think cost me $50, to see if we can make it sound nice and genty and modern, and if we can get away with doing a studio style, at least foundation guitar sound from it. So let me start plugging stuff in, and let's see where this journey takes us. Now everything's plugged in, ready to go. Grab my Onsme guitar, which is tuned down to drop G, which is lots of fun. And luckily the pod turned on, because I always get a little bit afraid these days turning it on that this time might be the last time and it won't turn on again. But while it's here, let's have some fun. So this is a sound that we've got coming from the pod. So it is a pretty amazing unit for what it can do and what it does, and it's also 20 years old, and this really, I felt like, revolutionized not just studios, but home recordings. But I'll talk a little about that later on. The main thing is now, let's see if we can modernize it a bit with a really cheap clone. So, it's going to move a bit, isn't it? That's right, I'll do what I can. So let's turn it on. So I'll set the attack start to there. Let's turn the volume all the way down, and let's see how we go. So straight off the bat, with whatever settings I have there before, it's sounding pretty good. I kind of like that just as it is right now. And with this gate, it really snaps off nice and quickly. It's $50. It's 50 Australian dollars. So in dollar-a-doos, that is really, really cheap. Other currencies, it's obviously going to vary. But let's see if we can. So I like it with the drive all the way down, because it doesn't really need more gain in there, because, well, we are getting gain with the volume anyway, but what the pod is giving off is fine. So let's check out this attack to see how much different characteristics we can change with that. A little bit of A-B comparison. Let's go back all the way to start, because I think that was the better one. Might need a bit more brightness. I like that a lot. Anyone playing at home and heard that wrong note I played? Congratulations. Let's push it on a little bit more and see. I think it was this setting. Sounding awesome in my ears from what I'm hearing here. So I'm going to do a jam with this just as it is, because I don't think I need to muck around with it much more. It's sounding good. So I'm going to double up on the guitars, add some bass and drums, and then we'll have a bit of a chat about it on the other side. So I had a few fun things with this. Firstly, turned on, still works, still cracking after 20 years. Fucking awesome, absolutely awesome. And the Precision Drive, the Demonfx one. Actually, let's see if I can get it both in for the thumbnail for this video. Hopefully it can focus in on them-ish, hopefully, I'm guessing. Yeah, but the Demonfx pedal, that was pretty powerful. It does, as I said, the gate works amazing on this thing. Worked really, really well for a lot of the stop-start sections, especially when I did the jam for the tail end of it. The amount of gentiness it brought to the table, spot on, absolutely spot on. Arguably, I might have just done a little bit too much, but is there really too much? I don't know. But I feel anyway, it did two really cool things that highlighted for me. One is, it sounded good enough to record with. If I need to do a little bit, that was a bad stutter, I apologize. Let me try that again. If I wanted to add a little bit of post EQ in a studio situation, we could definitely shape that up even better than what we got. But starting off as a foundation, a straight foundation sound, that was spot on, like that was great. And the second thing is, it felt great to play. When I was actually jamming along and playing, it felt awesome. And I think that's also something that isn't really spoken enough about when we talk about different tones and different sounds and characteristics that we're chasing. It's also about how it makes you play and how it makes you feel. I could kind of dial in a little bit of different type of aggressiveness with my right hand as I was playing to make different accents from the tones out of it. And I think that's really, really important if you've got a musician that is comfortable and can utilize those type of characteristics that a sound has to offer, instead of just having a blanket one going, here is something really rad, go with it. Because it might not have enough characteristics on my breathing space or leverage to be able for the player to do what they really need or want to do and what they feel comfortable with, whether it be pitch harmonics or, you know, like with myself, it's the open note, the drop open note. If I can do heaps of different characteristics just with the open note, then I'm gonna have a good time. Because then I can really help manipulate the riffs and the sounds and the flow of the song with that type of djenty characteristics to it. And yeah, with these two, with their powers combined, they don't save the earth, but they do create a really rad djenty sound, which has all those characteristics of what I said. But definitely keen for your thoughts and how you, what you thought and how you felt when I first dialed it all in, and did I capture something really awesome and move on a little bit too quickly, which does happen, or do you feel like what I captured and how I did was good enough or rad or not? Whatever your thoughts, whether they be positive or negative, definitely keen to hear them, because your opinion is correct. Absolutely correct for your taste and for your style. So thank you very much for joining me in this. It was great bringing out the Pod 2.0 again, and also really easy doing videos with this type of stuff because it's direct input. It goes straight out of here into my mixing desk, so it's really easy to control the sound, and I can do it a little bit later at night without hassling housemate or the neighbours. I'll say the cat too, but she doesn't give a shit. She's just happy to be in the room and to be a part of it. So thank you again for joining me in this video. Lots of fun putting it together, and I thoroughly look forward to chatting with you next time. And until then, stay safe.